So guys, today we're going to discuss a new paranormal activity theory. Hey everyone, I'm Alex and this is Paranormality, a channel entirely dedicated to paranormal activity and the like. And without further ado, let's get to the video. Alright folks, the theory starts back in Next of Kin. Actually, it begins with the viral campaign not recognized by its own creators, Paranormal Activity, Jacob Degloshi. But I've already proven they are part of the same universe. I even found some new things that evidence the connection between this film and the franchise. However, I'll discuss that in another video. The theory here revolves around this. What if the Sarah from Next of Kin is indeed the same one from Jacob Degloshi? Like, there's no doubt. The two Sarahs are the same person. Alright guys, here we start to notice some strange things. Like, isn't it quite a coincidence? Sarah, the one chosen to be Toby's vessel, is friends with someone from the family that will adopt Hunter, who will be the boy that will provide Toby with a physical body. If we consider that the two Sarahs are the same, you have to agree with me that everything becomes very weird. Why on earth wasn't Hunter raised as Sarah's brother? It would have been much easier for the Coven to influence the boy to serve Toby, considering Sarah was already inclined toward witchcraft, while Hunter was turning 6. We must remember that Sarah's inclination toward witchcraft began during the ritual while she was sleeping, and Jacob Degloshi ends just days before the events of Paranormal Activity 4. So Sarah had already started with witchcraft moments before Hunter was initiated, and to top it off, Sarah's mother, Karen, was already a witch. Well, since this is an alternative theories video, a what if, I won't comment on why this didn't happen, but I'll also take it as truth in this alternate reality. So, consequently, Alex and his family never suffered anything at the hands of the Coven, which would spare everyone's lives. Consequently, they could have adopted another child. Since Hunter became more influential in witchcraft, and here our alternate universe gets more interesting, he was trained by Katie and Christy, but not their adult versions, rather their child versions. Yes, Hunter was promptly taken to some years between 1988 and 1992, well before the ritual. And here we split our alternate reality into two others. The first, where the sisters' contact with Hunter hindered the brainwashing process. And the second, where this didn't happen and the 92 ritual worked perfectly. Well, in this last hypothesis, the events of Paranormal Activity 1, 2, 3, Ghost Dimension, and Next of Kin would remain unchanged. We would have Paranormal Activity 4 as Jacob Degloshi itself. There could be subtle changes in Paranormal Activity 3, and Next of Kin, but not many. Now, in the first hypothesis, since Christy has the gift of premonition and she might be more susceptible to temporal changes, she could see the future. She could be the first to break free from Toby's control. And then, Katie could, right then and there, do what she did at the end of the second film, delete her own sister. Intense, right? The problem with this is that Christy was essential for Layla's conversion to the Coven. It was she who had the first visions of Layla's house and of Layla herself. Well, they could try to find some substitute with similar abilities, perhaps Sarah. But they would need to, if Christy had to be eliminated. This even shows us something. We always looked at Katie and saw how useful and important she was to the Coven, but we never stopped to think that Christy might be even more important. Alright folks, what did you think? Had you ever considered this? That's all for today. I appreciate everyone's help in liking, subscribing, and watching my previous videos, as this is helping the channel regain its former momentum. I'll leave my PA and Backrooms fan-made content here for you to check out, and see ya!
And you can bring them to you.